Hello friends. Okay, we can start on today's class with the research aptitude. It is today we are dealing on with the steps of research. Okay, in the previous video we have already discussed the 4 steps. In this video we discuss the other 4 steps. That is altogether 8 steps are there. And the fifth step is data collection, and sixth step is analysis of data, and seventh step is generalization and interpretation, and eighth step is writing research reports. So we will discuss all these steps in a detailed form in our video. So stay on with me, ready for your classes. We can start our class with the fifth step. Okay, that is the fifth step, that is the data collection. So you have already seen the first 4 steps. The fifth step is data collection. After you make a hypothesis and to make a design, you decided what you do. That is, you decided to collect the data. Okay, after making a blueprint of your research, you decide to collect the data. The data, it is of 2 types. One is primary data and secondary data is there. What is meant by primary data? Primary means first. Okay, the first hand collection or researcher collected. That is the person who is doing the research. He go to the area where he want to get the samples and he collected directly. This is called primary data. And another way we can say that the first-hand collection means nobody else have collected it. He himself is going and collecting it. This is called primary data. And the secondary data is collected by others, not by him. It is not collected by the researcher. It is already collected by some people, and it is in the offices. Data we will collect from the offices. For example, if you want to get the number of students in each schools from some offices or somewhere, or you want to get the male-female ratios from some offices or like that, then it is easy for you to you can collect it from the offices related to it. That is called secondary data. Understood? Secondary data is the data collected by some others and you are just going and finding it out. That is called secondary data. And primary data, it's you yourself, you are going there and you are collecting it. Understood? So data it is of 2 types. One is primary, second is the secondary data. Then methods of data collection. We can collect the data in different way. Okay. First one is observation method. Observation method means in qualitative analysis. If you want to study the behavior of a person, you can observe it. Researcher, what the person have to do is that the person have to observe the person and or observe whatever it is animals. You have to observe and find the findings you have to collect. That is the observation method. Second is survey method. Survey method means gather the material. You are going there and you are collecting it. That is the survey method. You might have seen survey for agriculture surveys. The people, some officers or some people from the officers will come to our houses and collect the details about the agriculture, the fields we have, the land area we have, like that they take the surveys, or sometimes census survey you have seen that they come to our houses to collect the names and all and the age all they collect. Okay, so survey method is that they gather the material directly. Understood? Next is personal interviewing. That is the third type of method of data collection. You are going to that person, you are going to some social area or a culturally backgrounded area, whatever it is. What is your trust area of research? You go there, you interview that person, and you are collecting the details. This is the another method of collecting the data. Okay, so 3 methods we have mentioned here. One is observation, second is survey method, third is personal interviewing. So what are the basic needs you are needed for collecting the data? Okay, what are the things? Nature of investigation. The first thing you needed is that you should consider yourself as an investigator. You are going there and you are collecting the details and you are making all this together and you are making it in a detailed way. So as an investigative person, you are going there. Scope of investigation, you want to find how much it is possible, whether you will get the data properly, whether it is right. You have to find it first. Then financial needs, you want to know that if you are going to some areas or some other financial, sometimes you need some kind of financial help. So you want to consider that all things also. Then time, when you do a research, time is there. So you want to finish it in that time. So you have to keep that in your mind. Then accuracy. Accuracy means the data you collected should be accurate. Otherwise, your research paper will not be, they never consider it and a PhD will not be given. So, you have to make it very accurate. Ability and experience of researcher. That is also very needed. That is how much experience you have. This will contribute you to your research work. So, your ability has to be come out in your research work. So these are the basic needs you should have in your data collection. So you keep all these things when you do a research work. Okay, after your net exam, if you will surely qualify your net exam. After that, when you go for your PhD work, you must keep all these things in your mind. Understood? Okay, next is the data sampling. Okay, data sampling. What is meant by sample? Sample is the subset of a population. You cannot take all the people together and to do a research. What you have to do is that you have to select from them and you have to make a research. That only you can do. So if you are taking any tribal areas, or if you are taking some group of people of their cultural background, their social background, sometimes you are taking literature, you are taking max, whatever it is, whatever the area you are taking for your study, you have to make a samples out of it. That is you are doing in the data sampling. So it's an important area. There is one question usually asked from this area, no doubt for that. Probability sampling. What is meant by probability sampling? Probably means chance to be the part. Probably means there is a chance to be the part of it. That is what we call as probability sampling. Understood? When you select all the things, there's a chance to come in it. That is called probable sampling. And non-probability sampling is less chance to be the part. Less chance to be part means it's luck factor it is there. In non-probability sampling, luck make you to be there or not to be. Like that is called non-probability sampling. So we will discuss this probability sampling and non-probability sampling in other video in a detailed manner. It is a long video for that, so I think we can discuss it in the next other any videos. So next we are going to the other topic. So I think data you are clear about it. Sampling is a subset of a population, and there are two types. The probability sampling is the chance to be the part. Non-probability means less chance to be the part. Then analysis of data. What is meant by analysis of data? After this is the sixth step. Okay, after you are collected all the data, you analyze it. Okay, you analyze the data and want to find whether it is right, and you have to make categorize it, tabulate it, and you want to find what is the result of your research. You want to analyze it. Okay, see, so it is qualitative and quantitative analysis. Sometimes you are doing a work, if it is behavioral, it is qualitative type of data. If it is measured, for example, height, weight, size, all these things we can take in measures. So quantitative, if it is a quantitative analysis, you want to find whether it is qualitative or quantitative, you have to analyze it. Analyze the codes, tabulation, statistical inferences process. That is, sometimes there is graphs are there, sometimes statics is there, sometimes tabulation columns are there. So you want to analyze all these things and you want to come to a conclusion. Okay. Three things you are doing in this analyze. One is editing. Editing means cleaning the data. Whether any mistakes has happened or some other unwanted things are there, you have to delete it and you have to make it a clear one. Okay, then coding. Coding means transform to symbols that may be tabulated and counted. If you have made it in mathematical way or symbolic way, you have made some tabulations. You want to make it in a eligible way or in a transform into the symbolic way, in a language way. Understood? That is what you are doing in the coding. Then content analysis means you are analyzing what all other things are there. You are just analyzing it and you are doing it. Content analysis is the analysis you are doing. Now, what is the content of it, and you are coming to a conclusion. So these three processes you have to do in the analysis. Okay, editing, coding, and content analysis that you have to do in your analysis of data. Okay. Next is classification of data. How you are classifying a data? Simple classification. One attribute. One attribute means if you are taking, for example, you are taking physics teachers. Okay, so you are taking one attribute is the symbol classification. So you are taking only one area and you are that is one attribute. Manifold classification means two or more attributes are there. For example, you are taking physics teachers, maths teachers, chemistry teachers, biology teachers, or more attributes are there. More types are there. So that is called manifold classification. Understood? Class interval, that is quantitative, weight, income, height, size, all these things you are in a quantitative, measurable things you are classifying. Understood? Then tabulation. After classification, you will make a table. That is what we call tabulation. Classify data into a table and find from the height 165 to this much or 140 to this much. You want to how much people are there and how much is not there. What is their weight and what is their height and what is their healthy condition. Okay, what disease they are going on, like that you are making a classification and tabulation is made. So I think you are clear about it. Symbol classification, only one attribute is there, one type is there. Manifold, two or more attributes are there. Class interval means it is measurable, make it as so. And tabulation is making it in a tabular method, that is called tabulation. Next is generalization and interpretation. After you collect all these data, after analyzing it, you make a generalization. That is the result of it. Okay, result of the research is what we call generalization and interpretation. And you gave an interpretation about what you have already find out. What all the things you have made, that you are making it as an interpretation. Here comes the thesis to theory. Here you are writing your theory area, how it is related. All these things you are finding out in this seventh step. Understood? And eighth one, writing the research report. What is the research report? I told you, after you have done all your research work, you had to write your thesis paper. Okay, what you have done, what you have already done, conclusion from the findings. What is your findings? You want to produce it before the people. Then only they will find it out whether it is right or wrong, and you want to give you or honor you with your PhD and all these things. They decide later only. Academic style, MLA style and APA style, like that styles we have to follow. So all these things we have to consider in the eighth step. Understood? That is what all are your findings, all these things you have to write in your thesis report. Understood? That is the eighth step of the research. So I think you are now clear about all the eight steps. It is very important. And these two videos, the videos I already told you, the previous video and this video is very important because it gives all the eight steps of the research, and it's very important for us because it is not only important for the NTA exam, it is also important for your PhD work. You must know each and every steps, and they will surely ask questions from this side. No doubt, all the NT papers have always asked the question from this area. So you must thirst this area and study well. All the best for all of you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Then only you are able to get my uploading videos. Okay, stay on with me, study well. Okay, we can see in the next class.